but I can't stop wishing you were just a little bit nicer. So there's some drama going on in the old LA comedy scene, as per the usual. Back in the day, you know, when you had to try to make it seem like you had friends. I'm going with it. I'm a rock star. Like, this is awesome. But very, very quiet. The Ryan is sleeping. Mary gets it. Hello, my friends. Welcome to Mary Gets It. With me, your host, Mary Pascal. And with me, as always, is Bruce Leah. However, she is snuggled up with her daddy, Ryan, over on the bed. They're just sleeping away. Super cute. This is the first time I've ever done a show quietly. Anyone who knows me knows that I am a pretty loud gal. I have the loudest laugh, and Ryan and I used to work at a restaurant together, and he would say he could always tell when I had arrived on the scene because I was laughing so loudly, you know, in the office or in the kitchen or wherever. Oops, I'm getting loud. I better be quiet for the Ryan. He is asleep. Ooh. I have like an iPhone flashlight lighting me so that the overhead light isn't bothering him. We do what we can. I love you, Ryan, obviously. So, hey, how are you? Thanks for hanging out. This is very intimate and cozy, so I'm probably going to spill some secrets. And hey, why don't you spill some secrets too? Leave them in the comments. Hey, I would like to begin by singing a song from my album, Who Brings a Cat to the Disco? This is, you know, an older song that I haven't played in a very long time, so I'm excited to dust it off for you. Everyone else jealous of me, but I can't stop wishing you were just a little bit nicer. Can't you see that I've died inside? But I'm too weak to say no to you. Take your hands off me now. I know I'm crying, but just ignore it, ignore it. 'Cause sorry's not good enough anymore. Where is my strength? I need my strength. 'Cause I'm too weak to say no to you. I'm too scared to be alone, alone, alone. I'm waiting for you to free me, but dreading that day, dreading that day, yeah, 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 I feel stronger. I feel strength. I prayed, and now I can leave you. I'll leave you. I'll free myself. That was fun. I added a little better like twist ending to it, just on the fly, because yeah, when I first started writing music, it was all extremely emo, like very sad. And I remember thinking, this is so depressing, like anyone who knows about The Secret and manifesting things and whatnot knows that, they say like that our thoughts become things, and what we put out into the universe is what's going to come back to us. And I do not want sad, depressing things to come back to me. So I'm really trying to, with my new music now, to write more happy, hopeful things like that. It's funny, if you listen to a lot of rap music, for instance, a lot of it is very like, hey, I got all this money. And that's good. Like, they got a handle on the secret, these rappers. Obviously it's not, not all rap music is like that, but yeah, like I gotta be more like that. I gotta be more like Cardi B, talking about my money and like I make money moves and I'm great. It's funny because I've been thinking about writing these songs that are like manifestation of good things, and thinking about how people can sing along to them and do the same thing for themselves, manifest those happy things and positivity. And it's like I almost kind of feel like I need to put a little disclaimer in the beginning of the song, like, hey, let's manifest some positivity or something, so that it just doesn't come off as like, I'm so great and I'm amazing and I have everything. Because that is the point, to say like, we can have everything. And wouldn't it be nice? Things to think about, things to work on. What do you think? Like, when you hear songs that sound a little braggy about like, I have all this money, or like, I'm so great, what do you think? Like, are you kind of like, this person is full of themselves? Or are you kind of like, yeah, that's my jam. Like, woo, let's get that money. It's an interesting conundrum. It's weird how I don't know if this is maybe more of a female thing. Of course, people will be like, well, gender is a mere social construction, so whatever you have to say is irrelevant. But obviously, we know that women are very competitive with one another, and we tend to be, well, okay, I'll just talk about myself. How about that? I tend to be very jealous. I'm a jealous person, I admit it. I know it's not like a cool thing to be, but even when I'm watching YouTube and I'm thinking like, okay, oh, here's a good one. So I don't know all that much about Gabby Hanna, but I have seen a few hate videos about her, which is sad. Like I've heard some of her music and it's really good actually. I like it. But a lot of people try to tear her down, and it's like, are they tearing her down just because they're jealous, because she gets a lot of views, because, she gets to have a music career, etc., whatnot. But like, man, I've just gotten myself down a rabbit hole here. I have like a million things to talk about. Like for instance, when Britney Spears first came out, I was super jealous of her. I loved her. I've always loved her, but I was super jealous of her. Lindsay Lohan too. I mean, who doesn't really deep down love Lindsay Lohan? Like, she's awesome. I really would love for her to come out with some more music. But she's all like, no, that's my sister's thing. I don't want to step on her toes, which is sweet and nice. But I loved watching every live performance of Lindsay singing, and like, she was really good, and I hope she does it again. But yeah, I was jealous, and I remember, oh my gosh, now I got myself talking here. We found, when I was really young, when Lindsay was really young too, obviously, that's how things work. We all, we're on the same plane of existence. My sisters and I found Lindsay Lohan's website, which was llrocks.com. I don't know if it still is. And I was super jealous of her, a redheaded actress who sings. Like, I was obviously thinking, that should be me. That could be me, And there was, I'll never forget this. There was this picture of her obviously taking a selfie, like before selfies were cool. She was holding the camera, probably one of those disposable cameras. And she had captioned the picture, me and my friend Vic taking random pics. And we were like, so your right hand's name is Vic. Like back in the day, when you had to try to make it seem like you had friends. Nowadays, shoot, look at me. I'm constantly sitting alone in here, and now it's in the dark and I'm trying to be quiet because my only friend is sleeping. No, I'm just kidding. You're my friend too. But LL does indeed rock. But yeah, like now that I've grown into myself and I'm a woman and whatnot, and have my own self-esteem, I can just enjoy other women. Just like be like, yeah, girl power, and like listen to female artists and rock along with them. But definitely when I was younger, I was very jealous. And I think a lot of the YouTube hate comments and whatnot are from younger people who just, I mean, let's be honest, maybe not all, but pretty much probably all of us were a little low on the self-confidence scale when we were younger. We were still like, what? I don't even know what happened. Why am I here? Where are we? What planet is this? I didn't ask to be born. But now, now that we're older, now that we're adults, and we're making things happen in our own lives, it's much easier to just be happy for other people. What do you think? I think so. I think it's great to be happy for other people. Tee. So there's some drama going on in the old LA comedy scene. As per the usual, my awesome friend Billy Batts, hi Billy, posted a video of someone who shall remain nameless on this podcast at one of his shows, and she was, how do I put this delicately? I think she was really, really trying to be edgy, and, like, I think almost all comedians go through this. I definitely did, where I thought, like, the edgier I go, or, like, the more, like, almost offensive, but it's not offensive because it's funny, because I'm joking, like, that's what's going to make me a real, like, an awesome comic. And I mean, I've been watching South Park since, I was a child, and I always thought, well, like, the offensive-y kind of material they do is okay because it's obvious that they're actually, like, on the other side. Does that make sense? That's how I always rationalized all of that. I know that a lot of people had problems with South Park and probably still do. I still love it. I still watch it every week. And I mean, I just, it's like, I felt like I knew that Trey and Matt are good people, and don't have hatred towards, anybody. I would love to hang out with them. I think they're awesome. Hit me up. And so I don't know. For me, anything that came across maybe like really edgy, almost offensive, to me it was just like, oh, well, that's just their social commentary. That's the way that they're inciting change in the community by pointing out these problems. And I love Daniel Tosh. I love seeing him do his big headlining stand-up tours. Like, he's awesome. But just because he can pull that stuff off doesn't mean I can. And I can't. Long story short, I have said some really not great jokes that were really pushing it, really, like, over the line, but, like, I was trying to, be funny, and I was trying to, I don't know, like, it's kind of embarrassing, and I'm glad that there aren't videos of those stand-up sets. Ooh, is it hot in here? It actually is a little hot in here because I have this light on me, which, I'm actually very used to. It's really, really hot on stage with the lights, so this is nothing new to me. But I'm probably a little shiny. I'm a rock star. I'm used to it. It's fine. I'm good. Anyway, this girl did a set wherein she talked about it was a lot of, like, racial stuff, let's just say. And where a lot of other comedians took issue was that it wasn't funny. It was just kind of like, but you know what? I mean, she's, not, stand-up is very hard. Not everyone can be funny. And even funny people have moments where they're not funny. The funniest people have moments where they're not funny, and when you're working out new material, you usually just have no idea how it's going to go over. You have to get it in front of a few different crowds and tweak it. And so she probably just isn't really, there yet. Like, she just doesn't really, like, get it. But also, I think someone said that she drinks a lot, and, she might have been drunk, and that would be that's a really bad idea. Don't go on stage drunk. I've done it too back when I used to drink. I'm 5.5 years sober. Woo! Thank the Lord. But yeah, I used to definitely drink a lot. When I'm just gonna chillax back for a little bit so we can stroll down memory lane for a moment. When I was in the Raging Peanuts, we drank a lot. We did a really cool cover of Shots, 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 the LMFAO song. And the Peanut Gallery, as we called you people back in the day, used to bring us shots on stage while we were singing. So we would get pretty drunk and be playing for about an hour or so, and just, when you're in it, you just don't really realize, like, you just feel like, I'm just like, I'm going with it, I'm a rock star, like, this is awesome. But like yeah, no. I'll never forget, after one particularly drunk show, Corey was like, when you're drunk, you sing kind of flat. you don't really hit the notes when you're drunk. And I was like, oh no. So I think that was probably the last time that I ever got that drunk before performing, because, oh, God forbid, the music is music is all important, and it must be wonderful. But then I definitely noticed when I started performing totally sober, the comedy, the level went like through the roof, like this, the connection with the crowd was on another level, and I could feel like the magic of it, and like you can really feel the timing. And I remember my friend Susanna, hi Susanna, was said to Corey, like, what's going on with Mary? She's really funny all of a sudden. And yeah, it's because I wasn't drunk. It's sad because, when people are drunk, like, they think that they're like so charming and so, like, it's a social lubricant, and that's just because it makes you feel like it's easier to talk to people, but it doesn't make you any more charming, honey. I'm talking to my old self. I'm really glad that there's not like a lot of video evidence of that, because that was kind of, I'm an older entertainer, and a lot of that happened before smartphones had video capability. Thank goodness. So I'm in the clear. But this comedian that Billy posted is not. And I feel for her, because I don't actually think that she was being racist. I don't know her at all. I think she was just trying to be funny, and she just needs a little bit more work. And like I said, I, along with almost every young comic, I went through that phase of like trying so hard to be like almost offensive. It sounds bad, but like, I don't know, maybe it's just a weird thing in the comedian brain where we're like, but like so and so does it and it's okay, and so does it and it's okay, so I must be able to do it, and like I have to like make myself funny enough to be able to pull it off. But of course, now I am trying to do like clean comedy stuff that my little nephew can watch. That's the goal. I want to be family friendly, like PewDiePie. LOL. But yeah, she I don't know. There was a lot more to her set, which I'm sure you can probably find on Billy's Facebook. The weirdest part was she kept being like, I'm just gonna improvise, give me a topic, and people like throw out a topic, she's like, that's too easy, give me another topic. And like, throw out another topic, she's, that's too easy, too easy, too easy, too shit. She literally never actually improvised. She claimed they were all too easy, and then just never actually did any improvising. And like, I think at one point, so she said something like, well, what do you guys want me to talk about? And someone was like, a joke. I could be making that last part up, but I think that's what I heard. Oh, girl, don't. Okay, I've been doing improv for a long time, and I personally, I always just take the first suggestion that I hear and I just go with it because, come on, like, just do it. Improvising is all about just do it. Don't think. Just jump on and ride it out. Anyway, and then also, I heard she like refused to pay her bill and was rude to the wait staff, which, automatically gets you canceled in my book. I don't know if I ever told you this, but when I was working at that restaurant that Ryan and I used to work together at, this one night, it was later in the evening, and I could have actually gone home, but I had this final table, and they ended up they were spending like about $100, and I was like, I don't want to like just lose this table because that could be like a $20 tip or something. I want it. So I stayed just for them for like an hour just to take care of them. And literally, I am not kidding you. First, like, they gave me a credit card and it didn't go through. And I came back and told them. And so, like, the lady pulled out like a wallet with like a whole bunch of different IDs and credit cards. And I was like, oh no, this is not good. These people are like, they're stealing all these like people's identities and stuff. And like, but like, what was I going to do? Like, I don't know. So like, she gave me another credit card and I went straight to the manager and I told them, and these people just took off running down the street, just ran. And me being not, I don't know. I just kicked in that fight or flight type thing. For me was fight. For them was flight. For me was fight. And I ran after them and I was like, stop. What are you doing? You need to pay your bill. Like, or whatever. I don't know. Like, I was mad, which, of course, in hindsight, it's like, oh, just let the people go. You don't know, Mary. Like, they could have had a gun or something. Like, just, if you ever are in this situation, just let them go. Like, it is not worth risking your life over for $100 of a company's money. And, obviously, I wasn't going to get any kind of tip, obviously. So why did I care? Why did I run after them? I don't know. Because I'm Mary, and, sometimes I overreact. But okay, I digress. I could talk and talk and talk forever, which is, I guess, why I have a podcast in the first place. So thank you so much for listening to me, and thank you for signing up on my referral links in the description box. I just got a $5 reward for Ryan signing up with Ibotta. Woohoo! And he got a $10 welcome bonus. So you can do it too. And you only have to reach, a lot of these places, you have to reach a certain threshold before you can get your money. Ibotta, it's only $20. So all you do is redeem one brand offer. This is how he did it, which, they have all kinds of offers, like any receipt, 10 cents or 25 cents or something, and any brand cheese or whatever. Like, but then they also have the brand offers, like Morningstar Farms or, certain kombuchas, stuff like that. And you just click on that and then boom, you got $10. So it's, you're halfway there to getting your money, and it's real. I've gotten a lot of money from them and from Inbox Dollars. I've got, like, I wouldn't be telling you guys about this if I didn't know firsthand that it is good stuff, So, hey, you're great. Woo! Thanks for hanging out with me. It's always a pleasure to hang out with you. If you wanna be funny, you don't have to be offensive. Just talk about silly stuff in your life or stuff that you think about. And if you're on Billy Batts's show, just know he records you and he he might post it. So just be nice, and above all, be funny. Be funny. I know it's hard, but someday you'll get there. Just keep on trying. Oh my goodness gracious. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I kept missing notes there. Ha ha ha. I get it. And Ryan is still sleeping. Woohoo, we did it. We didn't wake up the Ryan. Hooray. Yay. Ha 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 ha. I'm so glad I'm sober. Bye.